All right, welcome back. I just finished recording my review of day 4 of today's TI10 main stage, and it was a pretty fantastic day. I definitely recommend checking it out. If you want to watch a series without any spoilers, check out Virtus.pro versus Team Spirit, probably the best series as a whole that we have had on the TI10 main stage to this day. And yeah, but with that said, I'm going to be jumping into my preview for day 5 of the TI10 main stage. So, starting off with our schedule, we have 2 lower bracket matches and 1 upper bracket match tomorrow. Starting off with the lower bracket at 10 a.m. local time, we have Invictus Gaming versus Vici. Again, 2 division rivals going up against one another. For the most part, Invictus Gaming has had the better part of Vici Gaming throughout the year, up until the last time they met, which was at the We Play Animajor, where Vici Gaming actually 2-0'd Invictus Gaming in the wildcard stage. That notably was probably a series that if Invictus Gaming had even just taken 1 game off of them, they would not have been eliminated in the wildcard stage. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how those two meet up. I'm super excited for that because the winner of that series is going to go up against Team Spirit, another super hot team of this year's International, just after our upper bracket match, which is going to be at 1 p.m. local time. We have Team Secret against Psu Ogd. The 2 Goliaths of the upper bracket finally collide. These 2 teams have looked like the most dominant, the most confident, the most well-rounded teams of this entire tournament so far. More teams that are less relying on that super, like that underdog, that dark horse type of vibe, that momentum type of vibe, more just well-rounded, strategical, well-executed Dota, super clean stuff. And so, yeah, it's going to be really exciting to see who wins that one, especially since these 2 met in the group stage and it was a 1-to-1 split. So we don't know who would have won that best of 3, but now we'll have the chance to see who's going to win this best of 3. So again, super looking forward to this series. And finally, like I mentioned earlier, our last series of the day, we're going back to the lower bracket where we have the winner of our first series playing against Team Spirit. This is going to be an intense one. I have been loving this Team Spirit run so far. They have looked fantastic. It has been such a fun time watching them. And Invictus Gaming and Vici Gaming too, maybe underperforming a little bit by their standards. Maybe just dropping a little bit early, especially Vici Gaming dropping in the first round. But they have been going on a bit of a lower bracket run. They are now on a 2-series win streak after knocking out Evil Geniuses and T1. And those are pretty tough teams as well. So definitely watch out for Vici Gaming. I think they're a little bit underrated just because of their first round loss in the upper bracket. So yeah, that does it for our schedule. As for our updated bracket, of course, we had our 2 lower bracket series here. All of our matches today were in the lower bracket. We had Team Spirit 2-0ing OG. We had Vici Gaming beating T1 2-1 in a great series. Every single series today had at least one fantastic game in it. Notably in Spirit versus OG, game 1 in that, and then T1 versus Vici, I would say game 2 was probably the most intense one there. And then finally, we had our Team Spirit versus Virtus.pro, the 2 regional rivals going at it, and Team Spirit coming away with a 2-1 win in a super intense, amazing series. Like I had mentioned in my review, probably the most amazing series that we've had on the TI10 main stage to this day. And yeah, it's going to be really interesting to see. So again, all of the matches that are taking place tomorrow I've written in pink. So we're starting off with IG versus Vici. We're then having PSG LGD versus Secret up there. And then the winner of that first series is up against Team Spirit in the lower bracket semi-finals. After tomorrow, we're going to be left with just 3 teams left. We only have 5 now. There's going to be obviously 2 eliminations tomorrow. And yeah, I'm super excited. It's been a fantastic tournament so far. And finally, rounding things off with my top fantasy picks tomorrow. Obviously, just like today, there's a possibility. Well, there's not a possibility. There's 2 teams that could have 2 matches tomorrow. Only one of them will. And that's between Invictus Gaming and Vici. So it's honestly, whoever you guys think is going to be winning that series, I'd recommend just completing your entire roster with all of those players. Obviously, yesterday I put half and half OG and Team Spirit. And so I still got a decent amount of points, but I wasn't min-maxing as much as I could have been. For tomorrow, I could have gone with half Vici, half Invictus, but I'm actually more confident in Invictus Gaming, and I completely put my roster as Invictus. So if Invictus ends up losing 2-0, I'm kind of screwed, but I'm just confident in Invictus Gaming because they just in general have had better success against Vici Gaming previously, although that didn't seem to help Virtus.pro today. So maybe I'm wrong. Regardless, my top picks for core are Fly, and Payoyo, the carries of each of those teams. Top pick for mid is Emo. He is just the top point producer to this point, so no point in not picking him. Ori has also done pretty well for himself, but Emo has just been the #1 fantasy point producer. And finally, for support, my top picks are Kaka and DY, but obviously I went for Kaka and Ollie because I'm going all Invictus Gaming. Same thing for the cores. I went for Fly and JT. Even though JT is an offlaner, if he's playing 2 series, then he should earn more points than a carry player would playing 1 series. So going with JT. And yeah, that does it for my preview. Let me know what you guys think. Which series are you most looking forward to tomorrow? What fantasy lineup are you guys going with? Who do you think is going to win IG versus Vici Gaming? Because that's ultimately going to decide who gets the most fantasy points on the day. And yeah, let me know what you guys think all in the comment section down below. And I will talk to you guys tomorrow with a review of day 5 of the TI10 main stage, as well as a preview for the final day. Bye.